What's going on, guys? So today we'll be jumping into Omnisphere 3. I'm super excited to review this plugin because the first plugin I ever bought when I started to make music was Omnisphere 2 and the second one was Serum. So today we're going to be diving in to see what's new, what's changed, and whether it's worth it. What's going on, guys? So today I will be diving into the long-awaited Omnisphere 3. If you're like me and didn't know this was coming, I'm super excited about it. When I first started making beats, the first plugin I bought was Omnisphere 2, and then the second plugin I bought was Serum. So it's pretty nice to have a new update. I think it's since I was producing almost 7 years now. So it's nice to have an update to something that I started with. So I'm looking forward to diving into this one. Okay, guys, so I've just downloaded Omnisphere 3 today, and I'm looking at this for the first time with you. I have already preloaded some chords in, a bass line, and some dark chords for some trappy sound. So the purpose of this video is just to go through and kind of see what the preset banks are saying in terms of the sounds that they have, and to look at the visual of the new plugin, some of the new effects that they have added. It's more going to be a review and a first look and my hands-on take on whether I think it was worth the money. So to start off with, I'm sure you've all heard already, but there are 26,000 patches across 18 collections in this new plugin. So far, I like the look and aesthetic of the plugin. I mean, it's simple and it's exactly how the old one was in terms of it's letting you know from the jump if it's up to date, and if not, you have the opportunity to go online and just update that real quick. It does look cleaner, it looks more modern, but let's see what it's like. Yeah, it's definitely more modern. It looks very clean, it looks nice. We got quad zone now. Oh, I can't wait to dive into the effects. I know the effects are going to be hard, and apparently you can use the effects outside of the plugin as well, so I can't wait to try that. Okay, so we have a directory here, analog vibes, classic digital, retro vibes. Okay. So these must be the 18 collections that they were speaking about. And then obviously you can choose a category once you get into those collections. Okay, cool. All right, so I've got it on baseline first. So let's see if we can pull up some bass sounds and see what they sound like. Oh, that sounds good. Not bad. Okay, let's go to another one. My favorite bass, well, my favorite two basses from the Omnisphere 2 was the Sine bass and the Growler Moog bass. They sound really clean so far. Okay, cool. That sounds pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see what else they have. Let's move on to chords now. So the classic digital is kind of like a lo-fi sound. So all those lo-fi producers will be happy. All right. So far, I really like how the plugin looks. It definitely has had an upgrade in terms of the modern visual. Okay, let's move on to another bank and let's see what they have. Let's go to Ambient Dreams. Let's see what they've got in here. I wonder if this is going to be like the old textures playable. I really want to have a play around with some of the wavetable stuff because I know they have some new features in here, like I think it's drift and frequency, so I want to play around with those, but maybe I'll do that with like keyboard or something. Okay, let's try look at some of the wavetable stuff. Under the live keyboardist, I have a choir bank opened. Let's see what it sounds like. So I've just zoomed in on the oscillator. Let's try what this frequency shift is all about. Maybe turn the mix down. Okay, so each sound you can manipulate. You can pan each section. That's kind of cool. About granular. Oh wait, let me turn the shift off, see what it sounds like. I swear Omnisphere 3 is going to be a game changer for all the sound designers. I'm actually looking at putting my own preset bank out as well, so Omnisphere might be the first one. Alright, let's mess around with something else. Frequency modulation. Okay, so it literally is just manipulating different frequency bands. Let's put the shifter back on, see what happens. Ooh, that sounds clean. Let me pan this a bit more central. That's hard. Now let's check out some of the effects that we could add. Maybe go for a chorus. Ooh. Okay, so we've got some new effect plugins in here which are cool. Let's try half speed. It must be like half time. It's not bad. It's a bit harsh, but it's not bad. When searching through sounds or the directory, you can also use the search bar here, and it brings up the author keyword in terms of like whether you want a harp, a piano. So if you go to piano, and then also you get another drop down of the mood. Say if we wanted to go for a cello, 2 types of cellos here, and say if we wanted to go back to all and choose Eric, everything that Eric has, I guess, produced or created is under here. Let's go to mood, longing. Okay, let me go back to browse and like, what if I pressed all and then this is what's come on the tape. Let me search toy. Okay. The usuals. Let me see if my growler is here. I doubt they would have got rid of this. Wait, what? Oh, let me go back to view all. Maybe not all Omnisphere, but all directories. Yep, it's here. Just had to make sure because that bass is clutch. And then we go to, this is another one of my favorites. I mean, the search bar and what they added is pretty cool. The fact that you can search between author, keywords, and then the mood. Under category as well, you can search your presets. But what I really like is the kind of artwork that you get with each. So if I go to analog vibes, there's some new artwork in there, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna have to make something sick when I make my preset bank. Warm tones. It's really cool. So far I'm liking the way it looks. The user interface is pretty cool. It does look modern. I haven't found something that's like wow yet in terms of sounds. That's really, really new. But I like the fact that you could adjust the wavetables and we have this new shifting that I want to play around with more and have a look at some of the effects. This is going to be a game changer, man. Once I'm clued up with everything, trust me, the presets are going to be so sick. What a time to start making presets. Alright, so I'm not going to lie, I wanted to make a beat with these new patches. I had fun playing around with some of the new features in Omnisphere, but like I said, this was my first time using it. I want to spend some more time diving into more of the drift shifter, the frequency modulation. I didn't even touch on the quad zone because I haven't had a chance to play around with it yet, but I will. But yeah, I wanted to take time to make a beat with some of the patches. I did half time the sounds. I do want to also use the effects outside of the Omnisphere plugin, and I haven't had the chance to do that yet. But I don't want to butcher it, and I want to make sure I do a good job on my review. So with that being said, this is the beat I made. Alright guys, so let me know what you think about the beat in the comments below. If you want me to go over more features within Omnisphere 3, let me know in the comment section below. I know there's loads more I haven't touched. I just need to do some research and kind of dive into the plugin. That's one thing I never used to do. I used to just use the plugin on its surface level, but I took time this year and late last year to go through different plugins and just kind of learn them a bit more, because there's so much that we miss out on. But with this, I definitely think it's a game changer for sound design, and I cannot wait to release my first preset bank. All in all, I've always been happy with Omnisphere. I love the fact that you can use third-party presets. I love the fact with this one that there's more features and more effects that you can use when creating your own presets. I think one of the pros for me has always been the massive library. And obviously now you have the workflow enhancements, for example, the frequency modulation and the quad zone and the drift shifter. And I think for sound designers, that's going to be like epic for them, because there's so much things you could do instead of just like, I remember on the first page in a waveform, most people just used to use the timbre. But now you get to dive in deep and just go for it in terms of sound design. And it was easy to download, easy to install. That was pretty good. I think one of the cons are going to be the price bracket for the people who actually didn't own Omnisphere 1 or 2. If you have any of those, you can just upgrade. And I think the standard upgrade was $200. There was another upgrade that was like $250. There's loads more I need to dive into when it comes to the FX and using the wavetables, because I haven't got that down packed yet, but I'm going to have a play around with it and then see what I can come up with. And I'm looking forward to releasing my preset bank, like I said. Okay, guys, so that's my first take on the new Omnisphere 3. It's powerful. It has a cool ass workflow. I really like the upgrade and the modern look of the user interface. I think it's very, very, very cool. Let me know what you thought about this video, and if you want me to dive into any more topics, whether it's the quad zone or the patches and things like that. And I'll see you in the next video.